Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about skin undertones, skin tones, there is a difference, DHA concentrations and color-based tans, because as you know we have green, we have purple, we have golden, we have you name it. There's a lot of them and there's a lot of options, but first of all, what is the safest way to get a very natural looking tan, but also a very dark tan that will last throughout the week? So here I am today to tell you about this, to answer exactly this question. But before we get into it, let me start with showing you examples of different color-based tans, and then we'll get into how to get the darkest tan that is natural looking. First of all, I'll start with my favorite color base, which is purple. And one of my favorite color-based tans is actually the one from LiquidGold in ultradark. This is from Australia and they have 16% DHA in this. They send overseas, they send, I think globally, I don't know. I love the ingredients of this one. It says up to 10 days. It's not really the case, but it definitely lasts you 7 or even 8 days with good body care after tanning. I really love this one. It applies super smooth, no streaks, no nothing. The skin is hydrated, and if you really maintain your tan during the week with a gradual tan or I don't know, a body moisturizer, this tan will last and it will not scale in patches or anything like that. It will also not create tiger breath skin, which is why this is one of my favorite, probably my favorite purple based tan. This is definitely for those with warm skin tones. So I don't know how it would look on someone with a cool skin undertone. I've never seen this before, but on my neutral slash warm skin tone, this is definitely it. And yeah, I think it's one of the best ones. A good example of purple based tan that I've recently tried and was super dark is the one from Saint-Tropez. This is their new violet ultra dark mousse. I think this is also a winner simply because it is really ultra dark, that level. It lasts throughout the week and it doesn't scale in patches or anything like that. And the ingredients amazing, but this costs double than this, if not more than double. So for this reason, I like it a lot, but it's not my favorite because, you know, I still have to think about the money that I spend on self-tanning. Another product that I think is a true winner in terms of purple-based tans, in terms of color intensity, in terms of ingredients, especially ingredients, and price, is this one from AzureTan. This is their extreme dark. They also have another one, I think medium to dark or something like that. And recently they launched maximum depth, which is a blue flacon or something like that. I'll try it soon and let you know how it is, if it's darker than this. But this one is a good, affordable, and very good ingredients tan on purple base. Then we'll go into the green ones, which is probably the most popular color-based tan out there in the market, simply because I believe a lot of people who are self-tan lovers, they have very pale skin, and most of them actually have a cool undertone. And a cool undertone, you would rather apply green based tan so that it would counteract with your redness, and then the tan will enhance your skin color and you will look ultimately nicer and more natural. One of the very popular, probably this is really an OG self-tan, and it's actually a really good product. This is the Bondi Sands Classical Self-Tan Mousse in Ultra Dark. I've tried this actually recently, finally, and I loved the application process. It was so smooth. The color guide was nothing too crazy, but I was there. The scent was amazing, coconut summer, everything. But it is a green-based tan, and for this reason, for my warm slash neutral skin undertone, this is not the best. However, I didn't look unnatural. It was still like good tan, you know. And I think in the past I've tried a couple of these green based tans that looked like really orange the next day, and moreover when I applied them I looked like Shrek. So I don't want to repeat that experience. That's why when I have a new self-tan mousse or any tanning mousse today, I'm actually trying to avoid the green based tan for this reason. But this was a good experience. So I think if you want more of a cool tan, not like this warm color, then this is for you. Try it out. Even if you have warm skin tone, this will probably work. Now, I'm not sure if you like extremely warm skin undertone, this probably is not for you, but however, I think it's still a very good base tan. In terms of the Shrek talking, looking like Shrek when you apply a self-tan mousse. This is from St. Moritz, Darker Than Dark. It's not actually darker than dark at all when you wash off the color guide the next day. Not at all. Or it's an express tan, so 3 hours later. No. You get maybe a medium, if medium at all, tan from one application of this one, but the color guide is crazily, insanely dark indeed. And when you apply it, it looks like kind of brown, a little bit green, but after 30 minutes, I turned into Shrek. And I'm not kidding. So with this one, I definitely cannot get out, do my day or anything like that, because this is definitely a green-based tan. So keep that in mind. Sometimes, you know, the color guide is just too extreme, and this is one example. This also means if you have white bed sheets, try to avoid something that has an extreme color guide. Not for you. Another green-based tan that actually worked on my neutral / warm skin undertone is this one from Bali Body. This is their Express Mousse in Ultra Dark. This one didn't really turn me ultra dark, but I had a really good dark tan that looked more of a cool color and not a warm bronze. So I like this one. It lasted me maybe 5 to 6 days, so not the longest lasting, but it was still a good base tan. I would like it to be more warm tone, of course. So for this reason, this is not my favorite product from Bali Body, but in this video, there'll be a couple more products from them that I'm happier to use than this one. And then these are the two extremes, the violet / green. If you have warm undertone, then you'd rather choose a purple base tan, or if you have a cool undertone, you'd rather choose the green base tan. It's basically like in foundations, when you want to wear something that matches your skin tone, you have to go into one of these directions, or if you're neutral, really in the middle, neutral, then you choose something with a neutral undertone. We'll get to neutral, we'll get to the hybrids, because we have also hybrids in color-based tans. So let's get first to the red one, the very popular ultra dark platinum from Loving Tan. This is definitely 100% a red based tan. So I'm not sure if red is a hybrid, like it's mixed green with brown or with anything else. Probably not, but this is definitely something that probably could be applied to any skin undertone out there, be warm or cool or even neutral. This looks good, even on very pale skin tone. I don't know how Loving Tan managed to do that, but I've seen very pale people applying this and they looked really, really nice the next day when they rinsed off the color guide. So I think this is one of those color-based tans that would look good on almost anyone. Perhaps if you're like the extreme pale skin tone, probably that's not for you. But another good red-based tan is also the serum, the regular serum, because they have the clear and the express version from LiquidGold. This is definitely a red-based tan. This is the ultra dark, so I don't know how other dark and the medium, I have no idea, but I always use this one, and I actually really, really like this one. Actually, probably I like it even more than their OG lotion, which was more of a golden brown, and this is definitely a red tan. Something else that would suit most of the skin undertones out there is probably the tan with a golden base, and a very good example is the one from Bondi Sands. This is the LiquidGold. So they have an entire series. I think there is a gradual tanner, which I used, by the way. There is a mousse, there is an aerated mousse. I'm not sure if there is a lotion. No, there is no lotion, but however, this dry oil is definitely a golden base tan, and I really, really liked it. It's not the darkest, by far not. Maybe it's a medium / dark, something like that. But if you apply this, for example, the next day after a green tan, on my skin undertone, it turned out to be so much better. It improved the tan color so much more. It didn't really turn it necessarily darker, but the color that I had after using this on a green base tan was so much better. It was this definitely a warm brown tan that didn't look crazy gold, but didn't look cool tan anymore. So I really, really like to use this as a topper the next day after a green base tan or after a tan that I didn't really like the color of. this is definitely an improvement in your tan color. And I think another color from another golden color tan from Bella Miata. This is their liquid tan. This is not a mousse. This is not oil. This is just a liquid. I think you can put this into a regular mousse bottle and it would be the same. But anyway, this is definitely a golden tan. It had a little bit of a red undertone. When you apply it, you can see it. But when you rinse it off, you can see this is a golden undertone tan. And in comparison to this one, it's a little bit darker and it lasts longer. So you can apply this as the main event or as a standalone tan, and throughout the week then keep it with your gradual tanners or body moisturizers. I really like this one. Actually, soon I'll make a comparison with another product similar to this, which is a liquid, not a mousse. So stay tuned for that. And another color-based tan that I think would suit a lot of skin undertones, or probably even a lot of tones as well, be light or darker or medium skin tone. This is the Ella Luz Summer Forever. I love this title of this tanning mousse. This is a charcoal or a gray-based tan. So I've seen this in other brands as well, but it's not the most popular color-based tan out there. However, this turned me dark. I wasn't the ultra dark tan the next day, for sure not, but I had a really nice dark color that didn't look too cool or too warm. It was somewhere in between. So for this reason, I believe the gray-based tans are suitable for any skin undertone out there, be warm or cool or even neutral. So I really like this one. It's a good product. Go grab it out. By the way, I'll mention all of these products in the description box below so that you know which is what and there. Then we of course have the brown base tan. So the brown base tan, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, they are hybrids. So probably it's a mixture of green with something violet in between, you get the brown. So I think a very good example of this type of hybrid product, color base brown. This is from Tropic Tan. This is a New Zealand brand, so I really like their product. It's, I think, their first self-tan product that they released. I applied it. It was super nice brown tan. It was not too warm, not too cool. It was just in between. And for this reason, I believe this is suitable for any skin undertone. And also, if you're lighter or darker, this will still turn you really nice dark tan. I wasn't ultra dark, no, but they don't claim it. They claim it's just a dark tan, and it is indeed a dark tan. Then I really love this mousse from Belle in ultra dark. I don't know if the dark and the medium versions are a different type of color base, but this one is definitely the same as from Tropic Tan, a hybrid. This is a true brown, nothing too warm, nothing too cool, just in between, and it is an ultra dark tan. So I think not the darkest ultra dark, put it this way, but it's definitely darker than dark tan. So I really like this one. It also lasted me quite a while, I think maybe 5 to 6 days, and it didn't fade out in patches or anything like that. Just overall an amazing brown base tan. Then something that I think they try to be a hybrid, but it's not really a hybrid, or it's a hybrid to a degree, but not like the other two. This is something that I tried recently, St. Moritz in Ultra Dark. This is the fourth and the darkest shade. I think this is their advanced series, yes, and it says color correct golden hue undertones. So when I applied this one, I could see that they had some sort of golden undertone going on, but 30 minutes after, just like its brother or sister, this one darker than dark, I could definitely see a green hue to my body. So for this reason, I think this is definitely hybrid, leaning more green than anything else. It has a really nice rich brown tan that is actually warm, but not warm as, you know, the other brown tans that I've used in here. So for this reason, I think this would be suited for almost everyone, but be careful because it's not really the hybrid, it's more really the green based tan. So that's what it is. I think for those with very pale skin tone that have a cool undertone, this would be it. It would turn you down dark ultra dark. Actually, this is a true ultra dark. And another hybrid product that I personally actually really liked and emptied multiple bottles is this one from Bali Body, the regular mousse in ultra dark. This is definitely more a green based tan than anything else, but it's not the Shrek green. It's more green with some hint of brown in it. So for this reason, I believe this is also a hybrid based tan. I really like this one. It turns me ultra dark for sure, and it's a natural looking ultra dark. Doesn't look orange at all, and I would love it to be a bit more warm than this cool base tan, but however I still like it, and I would keep using it. This was it on all the color based tans. We went through purple, we went through green, we went through red base tans, we went through golden base tans, which can be used, my opinion, to improve the existing tan already. And ultimately, we talked about 4 hybrids. Now, I would like to talk to you about the DHA concentration. So this is not the first time I'm doing this type of video. I talked, I think, in February in my Instagram account. Check it out. It's there. But it was a shorter video than this one. So DHA concentration, what does it actually mean? It's how much percentage of DHA or dihydroacetone is in your product. Usually, you'd have somewhere between 2 to 20. 20 is really the extreme version, and I have a product here I will show you that is only used in professional salons, so you'll never have a 20% concentration of DHA product in a home to use product. Never. You'll get this only in professional salon ranges, and luckily we can buy as consumers even those because some salons just sell them to the public anyway. But where do we get, where is the dark, where is the medium, where is the light, where is the ultra dark? So in the European Union, the law has changed, I think 3 years ago in 2021, just after Corona, that the European organization responsible for drug testing and for drug approvals concluded that maximum 10% DHA is what is allowed to be in seftan products sold all over. That's because the skin cannot absorb more than 10% DHA products. Well, I think that is partially true, at least for the majority of the population living in Europe, because here in Europe, those that tan are very fair skin. Think about Fitzgerald skin type 1 and 2. So those with very pale skin, with blonde and red hair, freckles that almost always burn, they never tan from the sun. And that's for this reason they had this new guideline, and a lot of companies who had ultra dark formulations with DHA concentrations higher than 14% had to change the formulas. And one example is this mousse, which I really loved back in the day, from Cocoa Brown in ultra dark. This is the 4th and the darkest shade. They say here new formula. Before they used even a different design with bigger letters, and I remember back in the day this was my go-to tan because it was so dark. It was really a warm chocolate brown tan hybrid, I believe, but it turned me so dark, basically like what does today the platinum from Loving Tan. And when I tried this recently again, expecting to get that dark, I didn't. I think it's because they changed the formula, they had to change the DHA concentration. Nevertheless, I still think this is a good tan. It was more of a medium, maybe dark a little bit, but more of a medium tan for me personally. And I wish I would get the original formula because I love that one so much more. But I mentioned earlier about the product with 20% DHA in it, and this is it from Novatan. This is a British tan brand that is only focusing on the professional ranges. However, consumers can buy from them as well. This is 20% DHA product. You will not get something higher than that. Actually, no, I've seen somewhere in Australia, I think 22% DHA. I'm not sure if this is completely legal, but probably yes, since they have it. I couldn't get that one because they don't ship to Europe, but I could get this one. I haven't tried it yet. And this is a gray base tan. So I believe this one would look natural on any skin undertone. I hope it will look natural on me. I will use this later this year and let you know how it does. Then the same brand, Novotan, has also a gradual tan. It says intense here. And when I look at the back, this says 8% DHA. So in European Union standard, this would be probably a dark lotion tan, not a gradual tan, for sure not, because anything that is labeled as gradual is either 5% or below. And 5% would be the dark gradual tan. So this is an intense gradual tan lotion. I'll use this in combination with this one. I hope it will look natural and gorgeous and super, super dark. I really hope. Stay tuned because I will review these products later this summer. Then I have a product which is a sample from SFX in America. This is their Showtime tan solution with 18% DHA, and I believe this is a brown-based tan. I'm really excited to try this one. So after I'm finished with the current brand weekly that I'm doing at this moment, I think the next one is this brand, and I will show you how dark it is, if I really like it, and if I really think it's really that worth to have 18% DHA product in your use. Then I want to show you a gradual tan. By the way, the packaging is out of this world from Tanlux. They always do this. This is the cream facial gradual tanner, and they says on the bag 4.5% DHA. This is definitely for everyday use, but you will still get a really, really nice color after even 2 uses of this. So I believe this is one of those gradual tans that should be labeled as dark, because I've used so many facial lotions labeled as gradual tans, and even after 3 or even 4 nights in a row, I didn't really get much color. But this one will get you really good color with 1 application, and after 2 or 3 you'll be an ultra dark tan on your face. Then something that is probably having 1% or maybe 2, but I believe really 1% DHA in it, is this baby here from Tanceuticals. This is the tan extender. Products like this are also called tan maximizer. Sometimes they're also after sun lotions. This baby is so hydrating and yet so light on the skin. I love it. Definitely don't get any orange palms or anything like that, so you can apply it even with your hands. For this reason, I believe the DHA concentration in this one is really low, maybe even less than 1%. But hey, this brand, as like many other consumer brands, doesn't really say the DHA percentage on their bottles or on their website either. I love this one. One of the best lotions to maintain your tan throughout the week. I'll mention in the comment box below. Then, if you don't like to think about any of these things and what you can do to actually have an ultra dark skin instantly, you can always apply an instant tan. Now, I really love the instant tan from Bali Body. They released this, I think, recently, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. This won't smudge. This will not deteriorate even if you go to the gym and sweat your ass off training. No. This will stay put on unless you go to the shower and take a soap and wash it off. This will really stay put on throughout the day. And if you want something for the face, I think the girls from Biabel released this one last year, and it's really the best bronzer or instant tan for the face. And moreover, you can really mix this with anything, your SPF, your cream, your foundation, your highlighter, whatever you want. You can just apply this on its own or mix it, and it will look gorgeous. It will not smudge. It will turn you really dark. So the Bronze Me Airbrush Drops from Biabel is a hit. Together with this one, you are definitely a dark goddess or god if you're a man like me. Then I really like some bronzers. I don't use them very often, but this one I grabbed constantly. This is the one from Ella Luz, the liquid bronzer with Camu Camu in shade Yumi Natural. I believe they have 2 more shades, I'm not sure, but at least one for sure. This is a darker one. It's so light on the skin, and it turns me not into makeup-y looking queen, but it turns me really bronzed, and I love this one. Then, if you don't want to complicate yourself with bronzers or instant tan, you can always go for a tinted SPF. And I found this one from Bali Body in tan shade. They also have natural to be one of the best ones. I'm wearing it, by the way, now. And it does get you some shine on the skin. It covers almost everything. It's still skin looking. It's not like a foundation or anything like that. And I like that it stays put throughout the day, but also protects my skin. This is SPF 30. It's a hybrid SPF, so it's not a chemical or a physical. It has both ingredients. And I actually really like the dispenser as well. It's so just easy to pop it on your skin and just spread it with the fingers. Amazing. Also, if you want to get your, I don't know, even this one, which is ultra dark, or loving tan darker than it is actually, you can always add some additions to your products, a couple of drops of this one from Bio Bronzage. This is their tanning drops. I think they mentioned in the email this is 30%, 35% DHA. I even used one that was set to be 50, but didn't work as good as this one. I use this one with multiple products on my face and it always turned me really, really dark. I use, I think, 12 drops if I'm not mistaken. Other than this, you can go for an erythrose serum or addition, put it this way. This is from UTAN. I've tried a couple of these erythrose serums. None of them turned out to be as good as this one. This together with this, it's a match made in heaven. And for this reason, I believe adding some tanning drops and erythrose into your products can make your tan so much better, so much darker, and so much longer lasting. By the way, on longer lasting, if you have rather a drier skin or a skin or a tan that turns into tiger bread on your body after 2 or 3 days post application, you can always add something like this, which is an antioxidant drops. This is the one from SFX. I really like this brand because it's so educational. On their website you can get a lot of insights of how to actually improve your tan. Not just get it darker, but get it last longer, get it last without issues like tiger bread skin or, I don't know, fading off in patches or anything like that. How to actually get perfect tan on your hands. So yeah, SFX is an amazing brand. They have a lot of educational content in there. Go check it out. I'll make sure to include below all of these products. I'll mention the brands. I think and I hope that they have a YouTube channel so that you can actually check their content there as well. This is a long video. I will edit parts of it to make it even shorter. However, I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope this information was useful. And if you do have questions or comments or feedback, I'm very happy to read them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like this video, seftan, and subscribe.